Hi everyone. Here's our second video of our ASMR music theory, and last time we worked on mapping the note names onto the keyboard, and today we're going to start our introduction to the staff. And so first off, let's sharpen our pencil. It's nice and sharp. Let's get a sip of water. And let's get started. Okay. So many of you know that music is written on a staff. The staff has 5 lines and 4 spaces. Okay, 5 lines and 4 spaces. The lines and spaces are numbered from bottom to top. Bottom to top. Bottom to top. So we have lines 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we have spaces. Line 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is always important to think of, that when we talk about music, we always talk about things from the bottom to the top, not from the top to the bottom. And that's going to serve us well in all of our music education. Okay. So another important word in music, a note. A note represents a musical sound. And we'll get into all the different kinds that there are, but we're going to start with this one. It's just a nice big round kind of oval circle. The sort of thickness on 2 sides is not something you have to mimic when you draw them, but in written books and on scores, that's what they look like. Okay. So notes may be written on the lines or in the spaces. This is something that can be a bit tricky for people when we say that something is written on the line. So if you were drawing a little picture, say, just a little picture of, like on a just a piece of paper, and someone said, "Can you draw a cat on this line?" You would draw very simply a little kitty, meow, on the line. So it was like sitting on the line. But in music, if we trace this note where the line is going through it, right through the center, that's what we say is on the line. On the line. This is on the 3rd line. This is on the 4th line. And this is on the 5th line. So on the line, when we talk about a staff, is where the note goes right through the middle. Think of it as if you're looking from above. Looking above and plopping those notes, just plopping them right down on the line, right in the middle. And then we would say those notes are on the line. Then, for our spaces, we say they're in the space. In the space. In the space. In the space. And when a note is in between the lines, and therefore in a space, it touches both lines above it. It doesn't float. It doesn't just connect with one. It has to fill the entire space. And we say that those notes are in the line. Those notes are in the spaces. And we have space 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So notes can be written higher or lower on the staff, and these notes that are higher on the staff are also higher in pitch as they go up the lines or up the spaces, line, space, line, space, line. They go higher in pitch. Just like over here, this is up. So when this goes this way, the notes go this way. And therefore, when the notes go down, lower on the staff, they go lower in pitch. When they go lower on the staff, they go lower in pitch. Okay. So let's do some exercises about this. The first one here says, let's make sure you can see that. Move my water over a little bit. It says here, draw line notes moving higher in pitch from line 1 to line 5. Okay. We make sure they've given us an example here. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but we do want it to go right through the middle of that line. And there we have it. There they are. Great. Okay. Number 2. Draw line notes moving lower in pitch from line 5 to line 1. Okay. So now we're going down, and on the piano this would be down to the left. Different instruments, of course, have different ways. And there's our last one. Okay, for this one, we've got a little bit of a mix-up one. They're not in order, so we'll have to pay attention. Draw the note that matches the given line number. And they've given us our first one, 5. And I'm going to start playing with the angle, I think, of the camera so that my hand doesn't get in the way of you being able to see it. We'll have to play around with some things. I've got some limits to my space here, but we can see what we can do. Okay, our second one here is the second line. It says 2, so 1, 2. On the line right through it. Line 1. There we have it. Oh, that doesn't match up. There we go. Line 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth line. Line 3, 1, 2, and 3. There we have it for that one. Okay. Number 4, give the line number for each note. Circle the note with the highest pitch. And do we remember what pitch means? If we turn back, I think it was on our first page. Pitch is used to describe how high or low a note sounds. And we know that when we go higher up the staff, the pitch also goes higher. Okay. They've given our first one here. They've said that's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we know that one's 5. There's our 1. 1, 2, 3. There's our 3. Oh, I realize you can't see that. Okay. You can see that there. So we have 5, 1, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm going to make it so that I can always see my computer just out of the corner of my eye, so I always know where things are. I think that would be best, don't you? Okay. So now we're supposed to circle the note with the highest pitch. Well, we know as we go up the staff, the pitch goes up. So we know that's our highest pitch. And soon enough, we'll be able to actually just know what that note is, depending on which clef we have at the beginning of the staff. and we'll know what its name is and where to find it on a piano. Okay. All right, so now we're working on our spaces. So it says here, draw space notes moving higher from space 1 to space 4. From space 1 to space 4. Okay. They've already given us 1 here. There's our 1. Our second space. There's 2. Our third space. There's 3. And our fourth space. There's 4. Great. Okay. Let's make it a little straighter for you as well. Here I am writing sideways like I always do. Do a lot of you do that too? Where you sort of spin the book sideways and turn your head and part of your body? I don't know why we do that, but I think a lot of people do. It's a funny thing that we do. I don't know if it has to do with desks or something to do with our hand shape. I'm not quite sure. If anyone knows, could you please tell me? That would be great, thanks. Okay, number 6. Draw space notes moving lower in pitch from space 4 to space 1. Okay, we're doing the opposite here. This is a good way to just really get these in our brains and in our eyes and just know what they are the minute we see them. There's space 4. There's space 3. There's space 2. And there's space 1. There we have it. Okay, now here's the free-for-all. So we're going to draw the note that matches the given space number. Okay, they've given us our first one. This one is space 3. This one is space 1. This one is space 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Space 4. 1, 2. Space 2. Oh, see how I didn't make it all the way up there? There we go. There's space 2. And again, space 1. Okay. Now I'll make sure this one's in the frame as opposed to that last one. Okay, so give the space number for each note. Circle the note with the lowest pitch. Okay, this one's different than our other one, which was where we circled the highest pitch. They've given us our first one, that's space 4. Here's our one that we fill out, that's space 1. What's this one? 1, 2, 3. Space 3. This one is 1, 2, space 2. So circle the note with the lowest pitch. We know as we go down the staff, the pitch gets lower. So we know this one is our lowest pitch. And we'll also soon know what that one is in the alphabet, the musical alphabet, as well as where to find it on the piano. Okay, we've got more steps and skips. We've got some spelling on the keyboard. And then eventually we'll be making it to Unit 2. I think for today's video, we're going to stop here. We're just going to be talking about spaces and lines on the staff, their numbers, and the direction that they go. So we now know, let's just use this one as an example, that notes As they go higher up the staff, they go higher in pitch. When they go lower on the staff, they're lower in pitch. We know that notes can be on spaces or on lines. When they're in a space, they're between the two lines. When they're on a line, the line goes right through them. And we know that the lines and spaces have numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We always count them from the bottom up. Okay, so next time we'll begin working on the concepts of steps and skips, both in the staff and on the keyboard. Okay, until next time, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm happy to answer. I think most of this material is pretty straightforward, and I'm going at a very slow rate just so nothing gets lost and it doesn't feel rushed, or it doesn't feel like there's pressure to it, because that's not the point of music. The point of music isn't to feel pressured, it's to feel pleasure. Okay, so until next time, take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye.